headed down the backstretch. He's maybe getting a little bit of a run on Detillier there in second.
There's a couple folks on the outside. Kevin Myers, Glenn Cray there. A little bit of indecision as to whether or not they want to try to blaze their own trail or fall in line with the outside group or try to sneak in down on the low line. But third lane really not working too well for them.
Like Jason Hedrick in the middle of the turn there, he's a little bit loose, and then Alter's going to go up around him. Hedrick blinking out just a little bit, but Alter now at the high, extreme high lane, trying to get around Hedrick on the outside.
And Chad Lang tucked behind Jason Hedrick there. Glenn Cray right behind them. Those three cars may be able to shuffle Alter and Myers to the back. That third lane has really just been getting shuffled towards the back these last few laps.
I admit, it looks like Hedrick's making a little bit of a headway there. He's up alongside. Actually, it looks like he's getting up alongside Fayash down the backstretch now, looking for the lead.
Yeah, Chad Lang gave him a really good push down the back straightaway, gave him that momentum going into turn 3 and 4. Looks like they may have the edge coming around to the start-finish line. We'll have to see how the trial plays out. Lang getting a little out of line there.
And look at this extreme high line. Can you believe it? It's Eric Alter and Kevin Myers trying to make the extreme high side work. 3 wide we go through turn 2. Unbelievable. This is really getting crazy. Alter's been extremely fast all day. I've never seen anybody make the third lane work. We'll see what happens here.
If Kevin Myers there can stay tucked up with him, if Eric doesn't have the...
Oh, we've got a spinner. Will they catch it? They might catch this one.
Might catch it. Glenn Cray getting really sideways there, but looks like he gathered it back up. Him and Kevin Walker kind of touching there.
And while that went on, look who took the lead. Jason Hedrick on the high side gets around Fayash. Detillier now tucked up behind Hedrick. Fayash looking back on the high side with Chad Lang, and now Jason Hedrick, but he's going to catch it. Holy cow.
Very nice save by Jason Hedrick. That could have ended in disaster for a lot of cars, but now Chad Detillier finding himself up front with Daniel Deffler right behind him.
And they've swapped spots on the high side, but they're still pushing Kevin Myers and Eric Alter on the extreme high line.
Looks like Jason Hedrick slowly catching up to that middle pack of Fayash and Lang. Interesting to see if he tucks in with the low line, and he does. Eric Alter also dropping down from that third lane to tuck in with the low line behind Hedrick.
It's getting busy, Steve. Can you feel it? I think it's starting to ramp up a little bit.
These guys know it's crunch time. The time for waiting, the time for seeing what's going to happen is over with. Now it's go time.
Mike Alexander we haven't talked about him, I think, all day. Here he is leading the second lane. The sportsman race car driver from Nova Scotia now running about 4th here, trying to make his way to the front.
We started with 25 cars. We are now down to 8. And anybody can get into this one. All it takes is one little slip, one little wrong turn, one little miscalculation, and anybody can find themselves up front. Jason Hedrick down on the apron there.
He got a tag from Eric Alter again. See if he can grab that draft, maybe pull it back up. He might not be able to. That might be the end of Hedrick's day. At least his chances for the win.
The first time he got turned down at that trioval grass just a little bit. There was a few more cars spread out. He was able to grab that draft and catch back up. He may get there, but he may just run out of time by the time he gets up there.
Yeah, he's got to get some momentum going here. They're punching a pretty big hole in there. Let's see if he can catch back up.
Mike Alexander, Andrew Fayash, and Kevin Myers. Kevin going up into that third lane again, hoping to make something work out there. All by himself, I don't think he's going to get too far.
I feel like Kevin's trying to use a strategy where he's going way up there, dropping back a little bit, trying to get a run on his own to see what he can do, see how much momentum he can carry if he can get in front of anybody doing that.
And that'll work every so often here, especially this close to the end of the race. Everybody kind of racing for position. They're going to be scrubbing off their speed, trying to hold the other guy off. And sometimes that solo car effort is what gets a few spots extra at the end of the race.